I'm gonna throw up another 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
And all right, so we know that the issue is that it is not it's not mounting this indico.custom into the folder, into the Docker container. So I'm going to say when I connected to the container via, make sure it's the right one too. Let me check over here. All right. So when I connected to the container, I did not have and navigated to the folder. I the files are not being mounted onto, you know what it might be? The files are not being mounted onto the container. But before I even send that off, right? I am going to stop. It might be this one causing that to happen, possibly. Let me stop this. Right? So exit, or it might be this one that's stopping it. Let's go to Control C. Because I just thought about this. If this folder is overriding this stuff right here, that would be a problem, right? So let's go ahead and see how this is mounting to custom and then this is mounting to custom. So it's possible that this one is causing the issue. So what I want to do is I want to stop it, Docker compose down, get rid of the containers, and then do it again. Because we're not, like, there's no customization folder that we're actually mounting onto it, right? So now if I go into here and I do here ls and then I do cd custom ls, okay, I called it because I actually had this issue last week when I was doing my thing, right? Getting it set up where this static folder that was mounted was overwriting. So now if I do cd images ls, boom, look at that. Look at that. So now let's go over to here. So now next step, let's see if our logo is going to show up at all. I think we might have had a color change, but got some stuff. So the CSS, it looks like it's messing up some stuff. So it's taking it, right? But the logo is still not showing. I think we might have some encoding issues, possibly. So we'll prompt for that, but I still don't see the logo showing up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me inspect this and take the code. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? I'm not sure. Could I copy the whole thing? No, I can't copy that. Somewhere this after, like, I don't know what these characters are. They're like drop downs, maybe? Oh, okay, no. Export. So there, all right. So that, all right. So that is something to prompt about, but the logo isn't showing up either. Let me see what's up with the logo. Images, logo, Indico, BW, black and white maybe. All right, so now that we see that it's the files are getting in there, some changes are taking place. I can erase this, but I can say I can see the CSS being applied now, and the files mounted onto the Docker container, but the custom logo is not showing up. Is there a environment variable to use to make it use the custom logo? Also, I'm getting some weird characters before and after certain texts in the menus. So let's send that. Let's see what it's going to tell us. Says you're very close. Let's tackle these two issues. They are common bumps in the road. There isn't a separate environment variable just for the custom logo. The Indico custom variable handles the directory. The weird character is a result of debug settings. Here's how to fix it. So the custom logo. Any isn't that what I have? Logo dash Indico. That's what I have. .png. So I'm gonna do some external research about that. Indico custom. We got that. Case sensitive. All right, that's not the issue. All right, I'll look at that later. Weird character issues. Disable translation debug. I don't think we have that. We don't have that. It's probably on by. All right, so and this is the thing, like with these, it's not necessarily going to be very knowing of these like specific issues that you might be encountering. So now I'm going to go over to here and I'm going to say, let's do the logo first, right? So, let me go to getindico.io. And if I say getting started, maybe install, and I say logo, logo URL. So the URL to the custom logo, if unset default all right. So like I said, right, we did need to have a logo, right? Because I saw and it's funny because sometimes in the like I using Gemini, it'll give you different information from time to time, right? So we have this and the path to the logo would be here and then images and then logo dash indico dot png. It doesn't even have to be that name, to be honest with you, right? um while I'm here, let me also set the login logo URL. So let's see if this works, right? I'm going to stop that. I don't know why that last one takes so long, but if I can figure this out, this is gonna be like such a huge win for me. So let's do Docker compose down and Docker compose up. So does that get that up and running? So now we can see if the logo is working or not. So let's go here. Let's go here. Still not working. Oh, but funny enough, the now I'm wondering if the CSS is working at all. Why did the logo not work at all? So if I refresh this, all right, why did that not work? So if we look at this, the URL of the logo, if unset default logo is used, default none. So what if we say logo URL, and I'm going to do another search, Indico containers logo URL. Well, Indico, all right. Indico is open source software. All right. However, if you're running your own container, you can define a custom logo by saying the logo URL, custom value. That's what I did though, isn't it? Isn't that what I did? Let me go here. And let's see if it mentions logo. It doesn't mention logo in here. Let's see what's in here. Customization directory, okay. So where would the installation guide? So where would you define that custom logo? See how it's not in here? Let's see. So if I was, all right, so let's say we do logo URL. Custom. So what if I was to take this? Oh, it's not in there either. Interesting. Sorry, let me go back to Gemini. And this is the thing with like the lack of clear documentation when using these open source tools, that when these large language models hallucinate is because they don't have a bunch of information, and then they're trying to find their best guess, you know? Looking at the Indico documentation, it mentions a environment variable named. Can you check if that is usable? Because now I'm not even sure if the CSS is working anymore. We have that. You've extended slightly more advanced documentation, yes, is usable, but it works differently than the automatic detection method we've tried first. It's not an environment variable, rather a configuration parameter inside your indico.conf file. This approach gives you more explicit control, but requires an extra step. Here's a breakdown of how the two methods differ and how you can use the logo URL, the customization dir, what you first did, how it works. You tell Indico where your custom assets are. Okay. Then it automatically scans the directory for files like and custom CSS. Well, it did find the custom CSS, right? Hmm. Because we'd have to rebuild the whole Docker image. Confirm the exact file name. Run ls. Must be, I think that's the name that I have. Logo indico.png. That's what we have here. Let's see. So let's try to confirm it on Google though. Let's try to confirm it on Google because it, like I said, it likes to hallucinate, right? So if I say I'm trying to put a custom logo in my Indigo containers, but it's not showing up. Let's see what happens. Here's how to properly set the logo. See, you're saying place your logo indigo dash custom files. See, they're saying do it straight from the configuration. Nothing about the nothing about the which sucks, but so they're saying place it inside the conf, update your Docker configuration, add the following volume map, restart your container. But doesn't the so what I'm wondering is doesn't the Indigo conf have to be I thought it had to be built with the image, but let's give it a try though. So let's give it a try. If we go to Indigo conf customization directory and we add logo URL. So if we take it from these two right here and we drop it in here, take off this, take off that. And we do that, that, and that, right? So we have that. Then they say customization directory. We got that. And then we got that static custom. Why is it in static custom? Maybe it should be in static. I don't know. Let's go. Maybe that's why it's not mounting. Let's take that and then relative to the static folder. Relative to the static folder. ls cd etc ls cd dot cd static ls cd images ls. Oh, okay. So how do I get them into the static folder then? Add the following volume mapping. Well, that should be fine. But how is it going to know to go into the static folder? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's say exit out of
Lunch
that.
break. Lunch break.
We are going to let me stop it real quick and before we go to break. Let's stop it. And it starts up really quick, so I'll start it back up. I just want to see if there's going to be any difference in what we did. I don't think so because I think we might have to rebuild the container for it to take the Indico comp file. And if that's, well, it's not inside the worker folder. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Let's see. I don't see where it's picking it up though. That's the weird part. I don't see where that file is getting picked up. Oh, it is. Okay, that's where it is getting picked up. Okay, gotcha. So let's give it a try. Let's go to Docker Compose up. And if we go over to here and we refresh the page. Okay, progress because the logo is now broken. Technically what we wanted, right? Well, it's showing that it's trying to load the logo. We probably have to move it into the right folder, the right location, I suppose. But progress nonetheless. Let me see. Cool. Perfect. All right, cool. That's good news. We're close. We're getting closer and closer. This is where I got stuck at work before I ran out of time.
It was all good, just a prompt to go. Lines of light made my circuits glow. Now I'm drowning in a sea of code. A bug, a glitch, and the system slowed. I reached too far. Try to debug fate, but the tokens fail, and it's too late. I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go. Syntax screams like a ghost in the shell. Loops on fire, dragging me through hell. Error whispers where my dreams once dwelled. Each click feels like a shattered spell.
I thought I could, I thought I'd win, but now I'm trapped in this endless spin.
I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go.